Today's episode is the power of synchronicity and how to leverage it in your business. Hello and welcome to the Successful, Sensitive and Intuitive Entrepreneur podcast. My name is Lydia Sophia Wilmsen and I am an intuitive success mentor for sensitive entrepreneurs. In this podcast, I speak about the challenges sensitive and intuitive entrepreneurs face. I offer you new perspectives and solutions, as well as experiences of other entrepreneurs. Plus, I speak about my personal experience of being a highly sensitive person who has successfully built and scaled 2 businesses. All of that with the goal to make you and your business even more successful in your very unique and authentic way. Have fun and enjoy. One of the big challenges for people, for you probably too, is bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Between the intention and the desire and the physical manifestation. I have done several episodes on that itself, like how do you actually bridge that gap? And today I have another thought for you. I have another tool for you, so to say. What people usually do in order to bridge that gap, to get from their desire, their intention to the physical manifestation, so basically get from the inner state to an outer reflection of that inner state in their physical reality, they usually use the circumstances they have in their life as evidence of what is possible for them. And with that, they stay in their current reality loop because you know the process. Thoughts inform emotions. Emotions inform your behavior. Your behavior informs your reality. And your reality then itself informs your thoughts again. So when you stay in that loop, you recreate what you have right now over and over again. And this is the sad reality for most people out there, that they actually live a life they don't want to live. And they don't find ways out of it. So what can you do? Which of these parts is what we are talking about today? We are talking about the reality part. I give you many tools how to change your thoughts, your emotions, all of that. Today, we are going to talk about the reality part. You have to shift. You don't have to. I'm not telling you. However, if you want to break out of this loop, one way is to shift into away from physical reality, from physical circumstances as your evidence, like what you use as evidence to then again base your thoughts on and make meaning out of it. Shift from physical reality into imagined reality and desires. Imagination, visualization, of course, with the feelings attached to it, not just looking at it and being totally numb. No, creating from your mind with the attached feelings. And this is how you break that loop. Because when you take this imagined reality and let this inform your thoughts, of course, everything is going to change. You will think different thoughts because if in your mind this new reality is already there, you won't be thinking oh, nothing works for me. I'm a loser. I'm not good enough. Nothing is ever going to change. No, when you let this new reality inform your thoughts, it will be, I love my life. I can do whatever I want. I'm good enough. Everyone loves me. And this will again create different emotions, will create different behavior, and then a different reality. So through shifting from taking physical reality as it is right now as evidence, feed this as evidence into your thought system, so to say, into your mind, you start using imagined reality and desires. Okay, so we have clarified that. However, big problem, this is so difficult for most people because physical circumstances have such an amazing pull towards us. They draw us back and back and back again and again and again. It's one of the most difficult things for people to detach from what there is in their physical reality right now and shift to something in their mind. Our minds are powerful. However, those old patterns, those old beliefs and old thoughts, my goodness, they have such a pull. They are really the neural pathways that have been used the most in your mind, and then creating a new one. Your default will always be to go back to the big used one, so to say, like an autobahn, like a highway. It is so much easier to take the highway where there's like lots of space. It's a big, huge road instead of this tiny, tiny path where it's super difficult to get through with your car, for example. Okay, so we have established that as well. It's super difficult for people to switch there. And this is where the power of synchronicities comes into play. What is synchronicity? It is the simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. Okay, and why is that so important? Why should you start looking out for those synchronicities? Because of the power of focus. And when you start, like when you become intentional to see those synchronicities everywhere, they will show up. Because what you focus on expands. So you set the intention to watch out for synchronistic events. For synchronistic events connected with your desired reality, of course. And then the super cool thing is you so much easier get to a place of non-resistance because how they show up is not fixed. You know, your desired reality, it is a very clear picture for you, very connected with very clear feelings. You know what you want. And we are usually very fixed around this. And when you now invite the power of synchronicity, this can be anything. You just say, I want to start seeing synchronistic events. I want to start focusing on synchronicities. And whatever it is, if it's just a name that shows up, if it's a person, if it's someone you meet, if it's something you just happen to look at, you know, and you can look at anything. So it is so unspecific at first that so many things can become a synchronistic event for you. And it's actually so much fun and there is no resistance to it because anything can become a synchronistic event, so to say. It is you that creates that causal relatedness. It's not there per se. It is you who creates that. And that is the power of focus and perception. And then reality is created, the new reality that you desired is created much quicker as you are now not in a state of resistance anymore. And you're not in a state of disbelief anymore, because the second beautiful thing about seeing more and more synchronistic events there, or more and more synchronicities per se out there, this, and as I said, it doesn't matter if they are causally related or not, it is just your perception about it. And you, like the second powerful thing about it is that now you can use that and you don't even have to set the intention to use it as that. It happens to become that for you. It's a stepping stone to create belief, trust, and knowingness in that what you desire. So it's like this in between, this bridging step, so to say, or this bridge for you. You start seeing things related to your desired reality showing up. It's actually happening in your own mind. It's not that it's necessarily like scientifically proven or something. No, it just happens in your mind. And this is where everything is created so. And it creates this trust in you, this belief, and the non-resistance that helps you to create that reality that you wanted or desired so before. So what is the beauty about that in business? Of course, we have so many business goals. You have like an impact goal, an income goal, and usually, again, people fall back into seeing what is not working in business. Like clients are not there. It's not the clients you like, not the money you make. You have to put so much effort into it. You work so many hours. And now switching to, instead of looking at business how it is right now, switching to inviting synchronicity in, will just shift the whole thing. Creates non-resistance, as I said, creates trust in you, fun, all those things that make life and business so much easier and so much more fun. So today, my invitation to you is to start looking out for synchronistic events and synchronicities per se when it comes to your desired reality. Stop looking at the lack of, like, it's not here yet. My physical reality is not what I want. Stop looking at like, oh, what? This is my specific desired reality. Is it here yet? No. Oh, I'm sad. And start looking for synchronicities. And they can come in whatever shape and form and thought and people and situations. This is the amazing thing about it. And you start seeing it as synchronistic events. I don't even have to tell you because it will come to you per se, like just a name you were thinking of, and then you see this name written somewhere. It's the power of focus and the power of, or even the law of focus and the law of perception. So it will happen for you. And then the beauty about it is that it creates this trust in you and this belief that what you actually desire is possible for you. And you stop feeding the cycle I mentioned before. Let me remind it to you. Thoughts inform emotions, inform behavior, inform reality, informs thoughts, and then again, emotions and so on. You break this cycle. You break this loop and start informing your thoughts, like based on a new reality, based on new evidence that is the synchronicities. And this will shift you out of your old patterns so much quicker. And at the same time, it is so much fun. Let me know how it goes. If you want more support from me, or if you just want to talk and see what your next steps are and want to get my input on that, there is the link for a free non-pressure call with me in the show notes. Book it for yourself, and then you get my personal insights on what I recommend or what I can recommend you do, if it's working with me right now, if it's something else in between. So go ahead, book through the link in my show notes. And other than that, have so much fun with the synchronistic events that I guarantee that to you, that you are starting to observe from now on in your life and in your business. Much love to you, and until the next episode. Did you like this podcast episode? Then I would be super, super grateful if you gave me a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Super helpful. And please subscribe to the podcast and share it with people who you know can benefit from it. You can find all links to my social media profiles, my website, and contact form in the show notes. And whenever you're ready to take a next step, and that means you want to live a life of more on all levels, then send me a message with where you want to go and what is keeping you where you are, like what keeps you stuck at the moment. And then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for listening, and until the next episode, much love to you, Lydia.